Dear students, let us study in this module on room rates and policies. As we all know, accommodation is the core product of any hotel, either small or large, and is the largest revenue for any operation. Accommodation product refers to rooms and other related products and services that the hotel guest will consume during their stay. The front desk personnel should have adequate knowledge and enable them to recommend or explain to the guest when the room is available for sale on all the services and room types available and offered by the hotel. The term tariff means room rate, which when applied to rooms of a hotel, it means the rate of the room. The combination of all rates offered at a hotel is called as rate structure. After going through this module as an objective, let us take this as compilation of the rate structures at various hotels and the procedure for handling the rooms, and study the room policies as fixed by the hotel authorities and ways of fixation of room rates, and decide rate structure and also prepare the tariff cards. Now let us see what are the factors that affect the rate structure at a hotel. Various bases of charging room tariff are used by the hotel, and room rates are fixed based on the following factors. Number one is the competition. So competition means that the competitors, the hotels around the neighborhood is the competitors. The rates must be competitive with the other hotels of the same standard and provide almost similar services and facilities as provided by the other hotels situated in the same vicinity of the city. Number two is the customer's profile. The category of the customers coming to our hotel must be considered as social and financial status, and the spending power of the customers also decides the fixing the room rates. The number three factor is the standards of service. The standards of service provided by the hotel are also important while fixing the room tariff. More the amenities, higher the standards, higher can be fixed the room rate. The next factor is the price cuts for special business. At the time of price cuts for special businesses may be done, the rate tariff may vary. In order to get business, the price of business is income which would not otherwise get, especially in the off-season periods. And the other important factor that decides the fixation of the room rate is the locality. The locality in which the hotel is situated gains prominence while fixing the room rates. If the hotel is situated in a posh locality where all facilities such as shopping, travel facilities, the room rates will be comparably higher than those situated in the backward and suburban areas, usually the suburban hotels. So which we can precisely tell as the downtown hotels are fixed higher than the suburban hotels. Naturally, the guest would prefer to pay higher and more when amenities and facilities are of higher standards. The other factor is also the surroundings and the cost of land, building and architecture of the hotel. The surroundings, that is the environment in the hotel, also plays a great consideration, as the hotel proprietors must have spent lakhs of rupees in decor and furnishing, and hence need a fair return on the spending by the proprietors. And also the other amenities apart from all these also renders a way in the fixation of the room rates. The various amenities offered by the hotel to guests, such as the air conditioning facilities, swimming pools, carpeting of floors, banqueting, conference halls, lounge, parking spaces, restaurants with Indian and continental cuisines with modern cutlery and crockery, do count when factors of room rates are considered. The other one is the room location. The location of room in the hotel is also an important factor. Room, especially with good views from the doors and windows, and especially in the front areas, would be fixed at higher rates than those with darker rooms and corner rooms. And also publicity plays a vital role. The amount of advertising and publicity done by the hotel and special budgets prescribed for the hotel publicity also matters a lot in fixing the room rates. This type of expense has to be adjusted as it has no source of return, but it is must to popularize the various amenities, facilities available in the hotel to the guests however possible. Now, the next one to study is the room types according to price, layouts and facilities, where fixation of room rates is especially done on all these factors. Economy. A room for an economical rate usually short of standard facilities like air conditioners, television and other amenities, and it is also said as the budget rooms. The other type of rooms is the standard rooms, a room sold at a moderate rate equipped with normal standard facilities and amenities like air conditioners, toiletries, televisions, the beds, night tables are all provided in the room just to make the room appear good. The next category of rooms is the deluxe rooms, a more luxurious and spacious rooms with amenities of superior quality sold a much higher price than the standard rooms. Now the studio or the Murphy rooms that represents and is fitted with sofa cum bed or the Murphy bed, which can be transformed from bedroom into the night time into a living room in daytime. So these rooms are also priced little higher. Now the studio rooms, where the room is with a studio bed which can be converted into a bed, and it may also be called as an executive room where the guest may use for personal and also for official purposes. Now when we talk about the connecting rooms, it consists of two or more rooms with entrance door from outside, door between them through which guests can get through each rooms without going out of their rooms. Adjacent or adjoining rooms, rooms located side by side that do not necessarily have a connecting door in between. The other type of high-end rooms are the suite rooms, the room with parlor or living room connected to one or more full-sized bedrooms equipped with luxurious amenities, a room with one or more bedrooms and also a living space. These types of rooms might be single, double or twin double suites, and especially there are few rooms in every hotel that is described with these qualities and as suites and with priced at higher rates. Now the next one is the Hollywood twin rooms. This is a room that can accommodate two persons with twin beds joined together by a common headboard. Medium tariff and budget hotels tend to provide many of these room settings which cater both couples and pairs in two. And also in many business class hotels we have smoking and non-smoking rooms. Many hotels provide both smoking and non-smoking rooms for the guest. In order to minimize the effect of second-hand smoke exposure to the public areas and non-smoking guests, some hotels groups all smoking rooms in a certain floor and separate them from all other non-smoking rooms. And the smoking rooms may be priced higher than the non-smoking rooms. Now next is to know what is about the presidential suite. Most expensive room provided by a hotel is this suite, presidential suite. Usually only one is provided in a hotel. It always has one or more bedrooms, living space with strong emphasis on grand in-room decoration, high quality amenities and supply and tailor-made services requiring the custom built services. Now the upcoming concept in the hotel properties are the villas, the special form of accommodation which can be found in some resort hotels, especially situated in the tourist destinations, on hills, on beaches and on lakes. It is a kind of stand-alone house which gives extra privacy and space to the guest in the hotel. A fully equipped villa contains not only bedrooms and living rooms but a private swimming pool, jacuzzi and balcony. It is also suitable for families, couples and also large groups. Now, when we talk about the room for extended stay, this type of room is found in the service apartments and hotels which targets for a longer stay. Open kitchen or cooking equipment is available in the room. Some would also provide housekeeping services on a regular basis. So, such types of rooms usually are priced higher than the other ordinary rooms. The other type of room rate that we have to know is that is fixed for executive floored rooms. A room located at the executive floor, especially the business floor, which enables convenient access to the executive lounge. Besides, some hotels provide female executive floors with their rooms assigned to female guests only due to safety and other security reasons. Thus, room tariffs are especially fixed on the different aspects such as the different rooms available and also based on the amenities and services kept in each room for the guest usage. The room rates impact on guest demand. Room rates communicate a great deal about a hotel. Higher than average rates indicate a well-run property. The rate of growth in room prices has held roughly at 5.8% per year for more than 30 years. The room rate structure is the combination of all rates offered at a hotel and is fixed as rate structure. The hotel room rates are both quantifiable and qualifiable. Let us now see what is this room rate designations. The individual room rates within the rate structure are allocated a value based on certain characteristics. The room rate designation is the term used to specify the rate threshold within the overall structure and therefore defines the overall rate hierarchy. The types of room rates are usually classified as the government rates, seasonal rates, weekday and weekend rates, membership rates, industry rates, walk-in rates, premium rate, advance purchase rate, package rate, per person and group rates. So, these are the different rate terms that we come across. Now, let us see each of these in detail. The first one is the weekly rates. These rates are referred to less than 7 days in a week and these usually entitled to daily rates whenever the person stays. Next is the corporate rate. By guaranteeing number of rooms, nights per year, the corporation negotiates a better rate. A corporate rate from the hotel chain is given, especially a discounted rate for the corporates. The executives comes for different business purposes. Next is the commercial rates. These are the small hotels answers to corporate rates. Smaller hotels make arrangements with these smaller commercial clients. The government rate are especially fixed by federal, state and local governments that reimburse traveling employees up to a fixed dollar or amount for the guest. Difficulties may arise when the per diem guest encounters the desk. Some chains accept the government rates, but individual properties usually do not accept these government rates. The employee courtesy rates. Most hotel chains extend special rates to their employees when they travel within the chain, and they are always given a discounted rate for their family stay. Now, the other common rate is the pay rack rate. Although not really a discount, some upscale chains are experimenting this type of rate with added perks for guests who actually pay full rack rate, which is the standard rate. Also, we have nowadays talking about the senior citizen rate. People over the age of 50 years or 60 are the best money savers. They love to travel and they are carefully play with money, and hence they are entitled for senior citizen rates. The weekday and the weekend rates. Hotels of all location types will see fluctuations in the guest accommodation demands and the off seasons, on peak seasons and the off seasons during certain days of the week, and hence they fix weekday rates and weekend rates. Now, the auction travel sites. Auctioning is a form of discounting that has gained popularity with the individual traveler. To qualify for deep discounts, travel auction companies often require great degree of flexibility on the part of the customer, the non-prime time flight schedules and less popular travel dates are the norm to fix these types of rates. So these are the ordinary rates that we come across in fixation of the rooms in the hotels. Now there are certain special rates such as government rate, which means within most major cities government agencies set predetermined rates that they will reimburse the traveling employees for. This reimbursement rate is called a per diem, and for government employees usually covers hotel meals and also the other expenses. These per diems are set a year in advance and published so that all interested hotels can offer it and later get the agreements complete. The other one is the rack rate. This rack rate is called as the standard rate. The rack rate is the highest published rate a hotel can charge for a specific room. So this is a policy that is regulated by the Hotel and Restaurant Authority of India. The rack rates can differ between room type, configuration and designation. Also, we have to know about seasonal rates. Resorts and other location types, especially those mainly concentrate on the entertainment purposes, see a fluctuation in demand due to weather or the operation of a nearby attraction with vary the rates accordingly. Offering a different rate for in-season and out-season as off-season allows the hotel to alter their rate structure to compensate for this cyclical demand. A seasonal rate designation can apply to other rates as well, and these types of hotels and resorts usually have two types of resorts, which is categorized as off-season and on-season rates. Now let us see about what are corporate rates. This designation is designed to promote the corporate market segment. Typically, the corporate rate reflects a 10 to 20% discount off on the rack rate. The corporate rate is widely accepted as the transient target rate for most hotels. The target rate is simply an average rate goal a hotel sets to achieve for certain day or a market segment. Now we will move on to see the next rate type, volume account rate. This is also called as preferred rate. The volume account rates a further discount of the corporate rate in exchange for a guaranteed number of rooms within a specific time period. This level of discount is contingent upon the volume. These volume accounts are usually assigned a grade based on production, and hotels with predetermined the number of room nights require to achieve each grade and assign a room rate accordingly. Now there are other rates which are applicable in groups such as the membership rates. Some organizations such as the automobile clubs and other organizations have a large number of members who enjoy travel and often develop travel guidebooks to assist their members in choosing the hotels. Hotels offer a special rate and have certain level of quality and service cleanliness in order for organizations to recommend these hotel properties. These membership rates are usually 50% off the rack rate and given during the off seasons. Now we also have another increasing concept on industry rate. Those who work in the travel industry such as travel agents, employees from other hotels, meeting planners, the event managers are often extended the courtesy of discounted rates. Industry rates can vary from 30 to 50% of the rack rate depending on the location and seasonal factors. Also, we should know on walk-in rate. This may vary from one day to another. A walk-in is a guest who arrives without any prior reservation. With few remaining rooms, the walk-in rate may be set fairly high and an empty hotel may reduce the rate significantly. So these types of rates are called as walk-in rates. Also we should know on the premium rates. The room configurations have a standard. Those with views or other amenities can command a room rate premium. Premium rates are offered to any rooms that offers something extra. Advanced purchase rates denote to an advanced purchase rates offer a great an advanced purchase rate offers a greater discount based on the number of days in advance it is booked. For example, 7, 10 or 21 day advance purchase rate will have a corresponding lower rate. Half day rates. Some hotels offer certain guests as an alternative meeting room, and these rooms are often used for just a few hours a day, and these rooms rates may be assigned based on the half the value of the rack rate. Half day rates are also common practice in the airport hotels. So these are the special rate tariffs that are offered by the hotels. Now there are, apart from this, we also have certain rates categorized as package rates. So these include meal packages. These include meals in the rate. These may include one meal per day, usually breakfast, or all meals and beverages included, as we talk as European plan, the continental plan, modified American plan, and the American plan. The European plan talks about the room tariff with no breakfast, no food, only room rent, and continental plan talks about the room tariff with room rent plus breakfast, and the modified American plan has the room tariff inclusive of room rent plus 2 meals, either the breakfast and lunch or dinner, and finally the American plan has room tariff inclusive of room plus all meals. So accordingly the room tariffs are fixed. Now the next one is the vacation packages. These include room rates and one or more of the following: air tickets, transportation, tickets to local attractions or source, etc. are added along with these packages. Now the other rate is meeting packages. This rate usually includes coffee breaks, meals, audiovisual equipments, and the cost of the meeting rooms all together fixed as room tariff. Group rates, it is difficult to categorize these rates as a specific designation because they can differ greatly depending on one group to another. A group rate is determined by many factors but are typically lower than transient rates because they are booked in advance and contractually obligated. So these are the different room rates that we come across in the hotel industry, and the front office staff should be aware of all these tariffs and should know which rate to be applicable to the different types of guests. Now let us move on to see the different room policies. After knowing the room tariffs, it is also good for all staff, and especially the person working with reservations and the front office staff should know on the policy of tariff fixation, and this can be done on the following basis. Number 1, check-in and check-out basis. It is the most way of fixation of tariff, and the most of the hotels fixes a specific time, usually 12 noon as checkout time, which means the guest charging cycle begins from 12 noon and finishes at 12 noon on the next day. For a guest staying in the hotel after 12 noon, the next day's charge may be levied. For example, if a guest comes at 10 am on a particular day and checks out on the same day at 6 pm, the guest may be charged for 2 days. So such ways this accounting helps in keeping it simple in this type of system. Second type of room policy is having a 24-hour basis. In this system, the charge of room starts from the time when the guest checks in, and he has to pay for 1 day up to 24 hours from the time of check-in. For example, if the guest arrives at 9 am on a particular day, then his 1 day charges shall be up to 9 am on the next day. And if he continues to occupy the room even after 9 am, the next day charges will be added. This system is good for small and budget hotels. So this is the common policy that is followed in most of the hotels. The third type of policy is on the basis of the competitor's rate. Some hotels fix their room tariff based on the charges of the hotel in their neighborhood, which are usually practiced. This is not a realistic method as the amenities, services may vary from one hotel property to another property. The fourth way of categorizing the room policy is based on the night basis. In this system, the guest is charged based on the number of nights that he spends in the hotel irrespective of the time of arrival. If the guest spends 2 nights, he will be charged for 2 days tariff, and accordingly the rates are done. The other type of rate policy is day rate policy. Sometimes the guest may stay in the hotel for few hours and may not stay at night. In such cases, where he stays for 6 hours or so, maximum hotels may charge a special discounted rate, which is usually the 50% of the rack rate. This rate is day rate or day use rate. And also we have a rule of thumb policy which says which is another traditional way of charging the room. In this rate, 1 rupee rate is fixed for every 1000 rupees spent on room construction cost, and this is also called as cost rate formula. So, these are the different room policies that are practiced by the hotel authorities to charge the guest for their usage, as room is a perishable commodity and these may change accordingly to the different types of guests. As a final section, let us now see what are the different room status codes used in the hotel. OCC refers to occupied rooms, VC refers to vacant and clean rooms, OR represents occupied and ready, OC represents occupied and clean, OD represents occupied dirty rooms, CO means checkout rooms, OOO which is the out of order rooms, DND represents do not disturb rooms, VO or OV represents the status unclear, where the departments has to coordinate to make it clear, LO representing lock out room, DO denoting the due out rooms, DNCO did not check out room, VCI is vacant, clean and inspected room, heavy luggage is represented by HL, LL represents light luggage, NL means no luggage by the guests, DL means double lock, CL is chain lock, HU is house use, NCI denotes newly checked in, NS means no show, SO is slept out rooms, BLO is blocked rooms, V is vacant rooms, MUR represents makeup rooms, VR representing vacant and ready rooms. These are all the commonly used terms that denotes the room status, which has to be coordinated for the room rates and policies. Now, as the final section to the conclusion of this module, the vital aspects that governs the room rates and policies are the amenities available in the rooms, guest services, guest satisfaction and retention of guests, and that helps to increase the average room revenue and thereby the hotel's revenue in large. Since there is mushrooming growth of mid-scale hotels in all cities, especially the tier 2, tier 3 cities that provide all services equal to those offered by the star hotels and other cities, it is must that the hotel authorities fix the room rates in accordance to the occupancy rates and the guest services offered. Thank you.